Who is this Parzival, and how the hell is he winning?
Find him. This isn't just a game. I'm talking about actual life and death stuff.
The Oasis, the world's most important economic resource. It's nothing less than a war for control of the future.
Hey everyone, we just got back from watching a really cool movie called Ready Player One. It's a new movie that's coming out this week, and it's got a lot of stuff you like video games, online worlds, and a lot of action. So let's get straight to it. Guys, what do you think about Ready Player One?
So I'll just start first since I have the mic.
Sure.
So Ready Player One to me, it's a very good movie. I think because I've never watched the trailer, I don't watch like any teaser and everything. So for me, I really enjoyed it. Like I didn't have like a lot of people are talking about, oh, like, do you see Tracer? Do you see Sonic? Do you see this? Do you see that in the trailer? I'm like, I didn't watch the trailer, so I didn't know. So everything was like a surprise for me from start to end.
Oh.
When I see all the characters that I saw in like video games, in the movie, I'm like, it's very cool.
Yeah.
I really love it.
Totally agree.
For me, I'm the opposite because I'm the editor, so I have to watch all the trailers and make sure that I kind of know the references. But having said that, even when I was watching the movie, there are still surprises. They are not mentioned or reviewed in the trailer, so I genuinely really enjoy myself. At the same time also, I think one of the main points that I think I like about the movie is that, it is a movie about Easter eggs, but it's not just about finding the references. There are a lot of other messages that you can talk about as well.
I agree. I personally was very surprised with this movie about how entertaining it was. The pacing was very good, and even with the trailers that we saw, we saw the trailers for Ready Player One, like the first one and the second one. I was still very happy to see so much more that was in this movie.
I mean, it is a movie about Easter eggs, right? So if there's no surprises at all, that means something is wrong.
And at the same time, the director Steven Spielberg, oh wow, he still has his magic touch in this. All right, so let's go straight into it. What did you guys like about the movie?
As a geek, like you finally get to see like a video game movie that is not an adaptation, but it's so much better than an adaptation. There's just so many crammed into one movie. It just good geek moment for me.
Yeah, I mean, there are things that we will not spoil for you, but there are things that we can. And for example, some of the references, like let's say when the avatar or in the game, when you got destroyed or killed, they will turn into gold coins, and then you can take them. That's so cool because it's like, all right, it's really a tribute to the classic games, I think.
What I really enjoyed the most out of Ready Player One, and this also is a big surprise, it wasn't so much the visuals. I mean, that was expected. If you've seen the trailers, you know what's gonna come, and whatever you see in the trailers, it's really in that movie. No cuts, no removals, no bluffs. But to me, the best part of the movie were actually the characters themselves. How each and every one of them were so relatable, so sincere and sweet in a way, and the villain was really good as well. Now, Ready Player One is based on the book, and I haven't read all of it yet per se, but I can tell you that in the book, the villain doesn't really get a lot of attention. And I love what they did with him in this movie. I think that was one of the best things about it.
Yeah. One of the main things that I really like about the movie, of course, is how they set up the world. Because the fact that they show you in the beginning, yes, they may explain a little bit too much sometimes, but what they show you really makes sense. Like, how in our future, VR is almost everything.
Yeah.
We don't go out, we just play and everything. And it really dominates, or if not, governs our life. And sometimes, you may say that I'm guilty of that.
I like the graphics. I think I kind of relate to the main character a lot. I think, when you're in a video game world, when they say, to not fall in love with, strangers online, they could be like...
You fell in love before, is it?
No, it's not that. It's not that. Like, it's just things that will happen. Like, for me, I like that part of like, everything you see in the Oasis, you should not feel for what's in Oasis. You don't get too attached to characters that you play. Not to say I experience any online love. I do not. It's just no. It's just a lot of people fall for this. Like, oh, I love this character. I love this streamer, but you don't know that these streamers, may have problems in real life. You don't know. You just love
people too. They have their own things.
Yeah, you just love their persona, not them. Yeah, that's to me what I really like about this film.
It was a very gentle, like, public service announcement in that whole movie.
Yeah, don't fall in love for avatars.
No.
Yeah, and one more thing I forgot to mention, of course, is the graphic and the CG treatment
yeah.
of the show. I think some of the sequence definitely, I would say, was one of the best graphic CG scenes that I've seen for a long time, and it will probably remain to be for a few months or at least a few years. Because I think that the way they really put all the characters in and make sure that it fits the video game feel, at the same time still have that retro homage, is quite amazing. Yeah,
That's true. So, we talked about what we really loved about it. Now, what are the things that we didn't like about it?
Okay, let me start. I mean,
Okay.
I think that's the thing, right? When you have a movie that you create such a great world, like a virtual reality oasis, like is the next World of Warcraft or some whatever you call it, or Second Life or whatever, and the whole world is so nice because everything's CG, everything can happen. But when they cut back to real life sequences, sometimes you're like, okay, it's not as interesting. That's one of the main things. But I can forgive that. But sometimes it's that in real life things just happen a little bit too convenient as well.
It has a bit that
Slight Deus Ex Machina. I wouldn't say it's not so bad. You can forgive them, but it's just it's something that if they can hash it out a little bit further, spend a bit more time with the real life issues, maybe it will be better. But that's my take on it.
Sam?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. I feel like it has the same problem as the Assassin's Creed games. Like in the animus, it's like so nice, like you love what's in the animus, but when they cut you out of the game and then you go back to real life, it's just so boring. And another problem for me is like the music. I think they should have put more music into the movie because some parts where I feel like they really need like music and they don't.
Yeah.
That was a bit disappointing, but it's not like a deal breaker. I would still recommend this movie.
Okay, I agree. When it comes to the real world, they didn't really give enough time to bring to context why it is the way it is. It kind of just throws you in there and you just kind of have to accept it. I mean, they did a good job in pacing it where you get straight to the fun, which is into Oasis. And the last thing I really wanted to see more was like that in the trailer, that big battle scene. Everything was happening and it was all so fast. I was like pointing my finger, look at that, and like I didn't have enough time to see what I wanted to see, I wish they had a bit more time with that. And yeah, that one, just those
Maybe there's a reason for that, for you to go back and watch it a second time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, that comes to my second point where I don't really like about the movie is that I think the pacing could have be better. Not so much that faster or slower, but they may want to relook in the structure, like when or which arc of the story they want to spend a bit more time and cut some of the unnecessary moments. Maybe fun, but you want to spend more time on those things. Because if for my point of view, at least, I think the third quarter of the movie was a little bit on the sloppier side.
I thought the villain was just she was just okay, not like a. Like to me, it didn't like affect so much of like the video game world.
Yeah.
He's just okay. I don't know what to say about this villain. He's just there to serve
You're right.
a purpose.
In the real world, he was more of a threat than in the Oasis.
Yeah, exactly. So he was just like okay, he's bad in real life. He's bad in the game. But which one do you want? Yeah, that's the problem to me. The villain was a bit weak.
So, Ready Player One. It's a movie I really recommend. It has a lot of great things, a great story, good cameos, and the pacing is amazing. You will love this movie, whether it's for your kids, yourself, or even your whole family. It's a movie I highly recommend. Go check it out. Ready Player One.
Yep, remember to spot bleep that. Alright, bye guys.
Okay.